its evil consequences. The late Haji Nuri has collected these verses and traditions and classified them into 40 points for easy recalling and reference. We shall quote them for the benefit of our readers. 1. Lying is transgression. Allah SWT says in Surah Al-Baqarah, "There shall be no intercourse nor transgression nor quarreling amongst one another during Hajj." Surah Al-Baqarah 2. 197. The word transgression in this ayat refers to falsehood or lying. Again in Surah Al-Hujurat it is mentioned, "O you who believe, if an evil doer comes to you with a report, look carefully into it, lest you harm a people in ignorance, then be sorry for what you have done." Surah Al-Hujurat 49. 6. This ayat was revealed for Walid, who is mentioned as an evildoer, i.e. a liar. 2. Meaning of the term false words. Along with the prohibition of worshipping idols, it is ordered by Allah SWT to abstain from falsehood, therefore avoid the uncleanness of the idols and avoid false words. Surah Hajj 22. 30. In this verse, false words mean lying. 3. The liar is not a believer. One of the verses quoted above demonstrates that a liar is not a believer and one who is a believer never speaks a lie. The verse pronounces, "Only they forge the lie who do not believe in the signs of Allah." Surah An-Nahl 16. Lo5. For it is clear that one who disbelieves in the divine communications cannot be a mu'min believer. 4. Lying is an evil and a sin. Traditions have mentioned lying as a sin and an evil. For example, Hazrat Muhammad al-Baqir, A. says, "Falsehood is absolutely an evil and a sin." 5. The liar is accursed. The liar is eligible for divine curse and Allah SWT causes his retribution to descend upon him. For example, the curse of Allah be on him if he is one of the liars. Surah An-Nur 24. 8. 6. The blackened face of the liar. The Holy Prophet says, "Beware of falsehood, because falsehood blackens the face." 4. An interesting incident is found in the book, Habib as-Sair. Sultan Hussein Mirza, the king of Khorasan and Zibilistan, sent one of his envoys to Sultan Yaqub Mirza, the king of Azerbaijan and Iraq. The envoy carried with him books and other gifts. The sultan had ordered the inclusion of the book Kuliyat al-Jami in the set of books. It was a very popular book in those days. Emir Hussein Abiravi, the envoy, in his haste packed the book Futuhat al-Maki instead of Kuliyat al-Jami. On reaching Iraq, he found a hospitable host in the ruler of Iraq. He was asked, "You must have been bored during this long journey." The envoy replied, "Not at all. The Sultan has sent for you Kuliyat al-Jami. So whenever we halted, I read some portions of it and passed my time." Sultan Yaqub was eager to see the book. But, when he ordered for it, it was not found, to the embarrassment of the envoy. The king demanded, "Aren't you ashamed to utter such a lie?" The envoy says, "I left the court ashamed and returned home without a reply to my sultan's letter. I did not even halt or rest during the journey to Khorasan. I felt death would have been better for me, rather than uttering such a lie." 7. Sin of lying is worse than drinking wine. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir says, "Certainly Allah has created the lock for every evil and the key to all these locks is drinking wine. But lying is worse than drinking." 5. Wine disables reason and sense, but lying kills the reason. It makes one so insensate that he becomes ready to commit any kind of satanic act. An alcoholic when under the influence of alcohol is not in his proper senses, and thus it is not possible for him to act with cunningness and treachery. But a liar can cause untold mischief in the society through his cunningness, much more than a drunkard can. 8. The foul-smelling mouth of the liar. It is recorded in a tradition that on the day of judgment the mouth of a liar will give an awful smell. 9. The angels abhor the liars. The smell of a liar's mouth would be so disgusting that even the angels will not go near him. They will keep away from the liars. This is not only for the day of judgment. Even in this world, the angels can smell the foul odor from the mouths of the liars. In a prophetic tradition it is said, when a believer utters a lie, such a bad smell emanates from his mouth that even the angels move away. 6. 10. Lying is disbelief kufr. The Almighty Allah curses the liars, as is evident from the verse of Mubahala 7 and the verse of Lam 8. A mention about this has been made earlier. 11. The stench from the liar's mouth reaches the skies. 12. It is also recorded that the angels of the sky curse the liars. 13. Falsehood spoils faith. Imam Muhammad al-Baqir says. Lying destroys faith. 9. 14. Falsehood deprives the liar from the taste of faith. Imam Ali says. Every believer is deprived from the taste of faith till he gives up lying seriously and also in jest. 10. 15. According to traditional reports, lying causes animosity and hatred between people. 16. The vice of lying questions the character of the liar. A tradition of the Prophet says, the least forbearing is the one who is a liar. 11. 17. The traditions from Mazuman inform us that all the evils are locked in a room and the key to that room is lying. 18. Lying is a sin and a transgression. The Holy Prophet is reported to have said, avoid speaking falsehood, because it is a kind of evil and transgression. And both of them belong to hell. They make one eligible for hell. 12. 19. According to other reports, 70,000 angels curse the liar. 20. Lying is a sign of a hypocrite. The following tradition of the Holy Prophet is present in the book of Mustadrak ul-Wasil. The 3 signs of a hypocrite are lying, betraying trust and going back on his word, not fulfilling a promise. 21. The Islamic Sharia does not pay heed to a liar's advice. In this regard the Holy Prophet remarked, the advice of a liar has no value. 13. 22. Falsehood is the worst of the psychological ailments. Amir al-Mu'minin, Ali, says, the disease of lying is the most dreadful of the psychological diseases. 14. 23. Lying is an embellishment of Satan's hands. A narration of the Prophet is as follows. Certainly, Iblis applies antimony surma, wears a ring and uses snuff. His antimony is laziness and dozing, the ring of his finger is lying, and his snuff is pride and arrogance. 24. The worst earning of a man is falsehood. The Holy Prophet says, the worst of the prophet is from the trade called lying. 15. Yes, it is a fact that by lying, a person is liable for punishment more than for any other sin. 25. A man came to the Holy Prophet and asked, which